So a very good afternoon to those joining us here at Blacktown International Sports Park for the 2015 BLK AFL Sydney Women's Division 1 Grand Final. It's the Sydney University Bombers taking on the Newtown Breakaways, and this should be an epic tussle between these two fantastic sides. And we've just witnessed the national anthem here, and it is a great moment on Grand Final day as the two teams break. Joining me up here in the commentary box, Jeff Smith from Fox Sports, and this, as I said, should be a wonderful afternoon of Grand Final football. The rain has seemed to have missed us on the whole this afternoon. There's been a few showers throughout the morning, but right now here as we start this Women's Division 1 Grand Final, bathed in sunshine, is Blacktown Blacktown International Sports Park. And Jeff Smith, you've cast your eye over both sides, and how do you see this one playing out?
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting one. Sydney University obviously going for 3 straight premierships. Newtown looking for their first since 2010, and Newtown have had the luck over the students a couple of times this year, so it'll be a very interesting one.
Expect some fun and frivolity throughout the afternoon as we get this one underway, and straight out of the middle, the Bombers trying to assert their dominance in the ruck there for the Bombers is Winkley, and she'll go at it again. Up against, on that occasion, was Warren in the Breakaways colours. Just seen 2 great grand finals here this morning in Division 4 and Division 3, and this one should be no different. Straight away, it's Walker. Stephanie Walker comes out of the middle with a little bit of ball movement, gets it back, has a first shot on goal, tackled as she kicked it. Umpire says play on, and the ball will be wrapped up, although Walker goes again. She is a live wire. We've seen her on Grand Final day many times over the last few years. Kick comes out, and the relieving mark taken by Laura Holdsworth.
So the sun's coming out here in Blacktown as the Breakaways head up towards centre wing. Ball's just spilling through there, not coming out. Oh, it does spill out the back. Bombers a chance to go forward now. Here they go. Good handball to the runner. Forced to go back inboard. Handball over the top. Not afraid to give the handball right from the start here, which is good signs. Now the Breakaways force a kick back, and there's a mark taken. And Sydney Uni won't waste any time. Bring it back in. Here we go. Great pickup. Off the bounce, around the corner. It's all Newtown though, and they'll throw it onto the left boot, and they've got a little bit of space here. They can just have a bit of poise and gather. So in there is Holdsworth. She sends it up the line. Good attack there from Sydney Uni. Running through there was Winkley.
Winkley has her kick smothered, trying to get something building here for the students. Going in amongst his bar, wrapped up in a good tackle. The 227s go at it, and Cody Briggs gets rewarded with the tackle. And we'll go back and have her kick. Sydney Uni doing the attacking at the moment. Holdsworth now. Had a couple of touches early. Forced to play on now, kicks into the man on the mark, and ball spills free. Some good work there from Ewan. And eventually goes over the boundary line. Could have been kicked over the boundary line. The boundary umpire giving the benefit of the doubt on this occasion. And we'll have a ball up. 2.5 played, first term.
So about 60 out from the students' goal. Ball comes in. Throw in by the umpire. Running there now is Barr. Couldn't quite pick it up. Breakers with a chance. Hard ferocious footy, nearly picked up by Creeber. Yeah, good effort there, and great breakaway from Holdsworth. Sends it down to the middle of the ground, but the footy will come straight back. Strong mark taken there by Stack, who wheels onto the left. Well weighted kick to centre half forward. And now Barr a chance to put the Bombers into attack.
Sydney setting up well in defence and attack. Tracking this one through is Sadler. Handball across into a danger zone. Sits up nicely there for Wood. Pops it up. Bounces in fortuitously. Spins around into space. Does Morgan. Goes back on the right. Kicks it across. Centres it up. I think that's Walker out there. Throws the mouthguard away. It's old school. Oh, she doesn't want to kick across. She'll have to go and get it. And she does so, and it goes out of bounds on the full. Not a great kick. And the Breakaways get a little let off.
Bit of wind starting to come through.
Well, we've had everything else. We've had sun, we've had rain. Time for wind. Just as the breakaways inflatable flounders up on the top of the hill.
Let's hope it's not the only thing deflating here today, as we're just trying to get the football back into play.
Good crowd in this afternoon. You can see the breakaways contingent there in the stands here at Blacktown. And as they get the ball going forward now. Mark taken off. Third juggle. Fantastic mark taken by Laura Holdsworth. Been very lively early. Gets the ball moving quickly. At the back of the pack. Nice little hand in the umpire sees a free kick. It's going to go to the breakaways. Push in the back.
So, Ferrugia. Chance to go forward. Kicks it up 2-on-1. Great contest there from the breakaways. That was, I don't know, 77.
Foster. Way down the bottom of the list there, mate.
Here they go again. So over the top now. Winkley gets done for a throw. So the breakaways with their first chance to go forward. Sending it now is Hocking. She puts it on the right boot, into the pocket. Can't find a target.
Just the wind got a hold of that. Jeff, it just sort of took it way left, so we might be underestimating the wind as it's picked up here at Blacktown International Sports Park. Just trying to see a tree that has a lot of movement in the trees. It looks like it is favouring the left of screen. It's fancy dress day here for this Women's Division 1 Grand Final. A great initiative. The ball comes in, steps at the back of the pack. Getting through there was Fu. Has to get the handball clear. They're under pressure now. That's holding the ball. Umpire says play on. She handballed it with one hand, sir. As it comes back out. And a relieving marker taken. And the students will get out of, well, the Bombers will get out of trouble. I'm going to do that a few times.
Yeah, I've done it myself. But now the breakaway's a chance to go straight back into attack. Lees wobbles one forward. How's it going to fall? Good attack there. Good tackle. Nothing able to get it out. That was Illers. We're going to have a ball up in that left forward pocket for the breakaways. It's been a good start here, Abba.
It is always a hotly contested game, this Division 1 Grand Final with the Women's AFL. And this has been no different. Good tackling. You see a lot of heavy tackles. As it's Schroeder on that occasion. Umpire forced to ball it up. It's not clear. Umpire sent a free kick. It's going to go to the breakaways. High contact, and it'll be Foster to take the kick. Wants to move the ball quickly towards goal. Not on. Going to get there. It's near the line. Stepping in. Foster takes another mark, and should be best to go back and really set herself for a shot on goal here.
Yeah, that Sydney Uni player down there, just keeping the ball in, would have been better off rushing it through and being able to reset. And instead, now Foster's lining up for a chance to kick the first goal of the grand final.
Steph Foster on her way. Just slides off the left side of the boot and goes out of bounds on the full. Yet to score here either side in this AFL Sydney Women's Division 1 Grand Final. Made the journey to both ends, and Steph Foster's had plenty of it at this end, that's for sure. Drives it inside again. Coming hard at it there was Verna Ills, and forced over the boundary line.
So a chance to get the first score of the game. Ball comes in. Ruckman go at it. Doesn't go anywhere. Who can get there first? Breakaways take possession. Knocked to the ground. Still anyone's at the moment. They're going in hard in this grand final. Here we go again. Just knocking it forward. Now the Bombers with a chance. Good bump there coming from Wood. And the breakaways in and under. Play on. A hotly contested footy. And the Bombers being able to release that handball back a little bit so far. Not afraid to use the handball. As they go sliding in. Good contest. Neither team able to get an open kick away. I think the ball went maybe 10 metres in the past 20 seconds.
The Bombers, veterans on grand final day. Gray, there's one of those veterans who's been here many times before. And now they get a little bit of space to work in. Handball over the top to Walker. She is a star. Throws it on the right boot. Goes long inside 50. How will this one bounce? Beautifully. Sits up lovely there for Sadler. Gets it on the boot. The bounce won't get there. And tracking it back will be Graham. Wrapped up as she took it, but got the handball away. Steps inside, and now the breakaways defence has been tested, and over the boundary line we'll have a boundary throw in. Best opportunity yet for the Bombers, unable to get the score on the board.
Good pressure from the breakaways there out of defence. A bit of a foot race early. Getting at the front of the pack there was Holdsworth. Couldn't quite gather possession. Now just thrown around like a rag doll. They keep going in there, going in hard. High. Going the way of Newtown. No. Umpire's put me off there. Instead it's going to Kreber, who sends it to about 30 metres out. Falls over there. Just getting a hand in there with Newtown. Ball comes to ground. We've got another free kick. And again,
Sydney University.
It's going to the Bombers. So best opportunity of the game so far to firstly open the scoring and get Sydney Uni off to a winning start. They've already got one premiership here today. The crowd came out.
I think it's Ashley Morgan with a shot on goal. And she's just slid it to the right-hand side. Minor score is the opening score. At the 10-minute mark of this first term.
So Newtown to bring it out. Sydney Uni playing his own defence. Very common these days. Newtown go long. No one able to get to the full of the ball, but now the breakaway's able to run on. And trying to pick that one up with Schroeder. She's seen that one go over. So, contest the ruck now. Good throwing, good tap there by the Bombers. It's gone straight to the breakaways. We managed just to work it forward. Nice play. And we're on the centre wing position on the grandstand side.
A good look at the girls now with Winkley going into the ruck for Sydney Uni. She has got definite height advantage. Working hard was also Warren for the breakaways. Got the ball going her way, but it's all Bombers here now. The quick kick out of the ruck there was from Warren, and they push forward again. Good work by Briggs, I think it was, in there. Goes again with the Shepherd, and at the ground level it is Schroeder, and she'll be wrapped up in a tackle. Umpire will come in and sort this one out.
Thrown up. Good punch there from Winkley. It's going Newtown's way at the moment. That one falls for Lee. She gets it on the boot. True centre half forward now. How's it going to bounce? Running onto it is Foster. She's had plenty of it early on. Gets another chance. Holds her ground. Now forced off her feet. She'll hold that one in. How will the umpires see that? He's happy. And he'll come in to throw it up.
Traditionally tight contests, these women's grand finals, and very hard fought. Every score so important. Coming back was Ills, got the ball off. Quick kick on goal. Here's a goal. Fantastic work from Cody Briggs. And the breakaways break away with the first.
Great goal there from Briggs on the run. Managed to straighten up and put that one through. She's going to be a dangerous player today, Briggs. She's a Sydney representative. Look at that tackle. Wasn't enough, and there's the goal. Terrific finish from Briggs. She's got the first goal in the 2015 Grand Final.
Great start for the breakaways. They open the goal scoring account here at Blacktown International Sports Park. Cody Briggs was named in the Women's Team of the Year during the week as well. A good September for Cody Briggs as the breakaways go again. Trying to go in there and get the ball was Holdsworth, dispossessed. Big bump comes in. Umpire sent a free kick. High contact going to go the way of the Bombers. And to take it, it will be Winkley. No, Stack. Push forward inside the square now. Breakaways get a kick off the ground. It goes their way. Not a bad option. Ills couldn't get it. Overran it. Going back and then, or it could be in the back. Umpire says high contact. Either way, it'll be a Bombers free kick. There was against Yushan Lim.
contest there. Coming over the back now is Parkin. She gets it on the left boot, bounced on the line. Good decision there by the boundary umpire.
Thought we're going to go Hawkeye there for a sec. Just caught the chalk.
So Newtown looking to go on the attack once more. Ball's thrown in. Trying to get the front position is Hocking. Couldn't quite get there. In dispute, thrown out. It comes back to Hocking. She throws it on the boot, but now it falls for Newtown around the corner. Holdsworth been busy early, unable to get that one to go through. And they keep the pressure on here, Newtown. As Fu brings it out for Sydney Uni. Finds a teammate there in Stack. Working the ball up further. Turnover.
Turn the ball over at critical stages at times, the Bombers. Breakaways just need to make them pay. They go inside 50 now. Good mark taken, and there she is again. This is Cody Briggs. And she's certainly staked her claim to being a game breaker here this afternoon. Be a good kick. Kicks from about 35. Will it get the distance? Yes, it will. Just fades late. Right to left. Wind might be taking the ball a little bit more than we thought.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's going right down to that left pocket down there.
Sydney Uni forced to go short. The turnover comes. The mark there couldn't be taken by Mulhern and touched over the line. We'll have a boundary throw in.
Sydney Uni just struggling to clear the area at the moment. Newtown applying the pressure. We've got all the players on the ground, forward of centre, so there's not much space. As the ruck, as they go at it in the ruck. Good attempt of handball there, nothing doing for Schroeder. They keep the pressure on. Now a chance for Foster. She's been busy, puts it to the square. Can't quite get there. Good pressure on the kick. Climbing the mark now is Lim. And paid. Very short 15. Play on quickly. That wasn't going to be 15 either. But now it spills free onto the boot. Is Holdsworth. It's offline.
So doing all the attacking, the breakaways at the moment. The Bombers under siege. And Steph Walker comes to the sideline. Coming on for her is Callahan. As Bombers try and get out of their defensive half. Falls the back to Cass Lees. Drives them back to the danger spot. Bounces awkwardly. Now with Holdsworth. Goes back to Briggs. Oh, nice little shimmy dance. Gets the ball into the danger zone. Spills for Eels. Eels goes back. Gives it off to Small. Just cannot find a way through to goals. Tackling has been good. The students now trying to get the ball out of their defensive half. That could be high. Umpire says yes, it was. And kick on goal to come.
Again, just the pressure from Newtown. Just squeezing it in. The Bombers aren't able to get the ball out. And so to take the kick is Laura Holdsworth. We've called her name a bit early. Between her and Briggs, have been dominant in the first 17 minutes of this game. Now with a chance to kick the second. Kick from probably around 40, about 40, 35 to 40, I'd say, Abba. Here she comes. It's a good kick off the boot. It looks good. Will it have the distance? It does. And Newtown have the first two.
What a great kick there from Laura Holdsworth. Just worked the breeze beautifully. Splits the middle, and they jump out to a 14-point lead. 18-minute mark of the first term. See if we can pick up a free kick. See, the ball's in dispute. Holdsworth comes in. Just cops a high contact as she gathers.
Good decision. They're wiring the ruck for Newtown for their infringement. Second one of these we've seen today. Coming in too quickly off the square.
Just confirming who it was that went into the square at the moment. I think the boundary umpire was a little bit confused as to who the kick was going to. And it looks like it's going to go to the Bombers. That was the original signal. And the Bombers, they'd be desperate for a chance here now. Inside, but the mark taken back there by Rosemary Morrison. Goes out wide, but once again it's Stack hitting the ball hard. Throws it on the left shoe, inside 50. Back of the pack was good there from Sadler. Goes by hand. Now the shot comes, top of the square. Getting back, couldn't get there. Gray now. She loves a goal. Does Gray. Just bumped off it and over the boundary line.
Chance there for the Bombers. Aiming for 3 straight premierships here today. And it comes. Contest ball spills over the back. There's a Bombers player there. Goes one way, goes the other, gets around, snaps it forward. Waiting for it. There's a breakaway back. He sends it back up the line. How's that one going to fall? Great mark taken there from Briggs. She's everywhere at the moment and looks inboard. Trying to run back there with Holdsworth. Couldn't quite make it. Now we've got good contest. Good attack there from Cookie Ono. Now they look to go again, the Bombers, along the ground. Bounces awkwardly. Fu gets a handball. Good stuff. Now running Bar. We can't get it to go where she likes.
Just needed to work it back on the inside there, Nicola Bar. And, in the end, puts it over the boundary line. So the breakaways with the let off. We'll just jump up there, Jeff, and give a few breaths into that breakaways inflatable. Still floundering. Oh, Falcon self-imposed there. And pushed off it there by Walker. Not happy, Walker. Plenty going on at the moment. In the month there's Verkulen. And straight in there trying to sort things out is Hocking. And now they run away, Sydney Uni. Wood. This is grand final football. Sadler is dispossessed. Breakaways now with an opportunity. Holdsworth gets it going forward. And a good mark taken there, just settling the ball down. Now the breakaways got the runners. They go forward to Lees. She takes the mark. Nothing inside, just has to tread water. Now she goes. Puts it up. There's plenty of Bombers around this one. And the siren sounds to end the first term. A good one for the breakaways. And they go into this quarter-time break with a nice 14-point lead. And some entertaining football, Jeff.
Yeah, that was... you can really see the heat build there at the end. A few bumps, a few shoves. There's a few players not real happy still at quarter-time. But a good contest we're in for. Newtown dominated most of that quarter, yet they've only got a 14-point lead. So Sydney Uni still right in the game, but they're going to have to put in about a second quarter performance than that.
You're watching the BLK AFL Sydney Women's Division 1 Grand Final. Sydney University just the one behind for the quarter. The breakaways, they got 2 goals, 3 in that quarter. They lead by 14 points. We'll take a short break here at Blacktown International Sports Park. Drop us a line in the comments box or send a tweet to @AFL Sydney. And we'll pick it up from there. You're watching the grand final day here at Blacktown.
back here at Blacktown, and we're at it again in the second quarter of the Div 1 Women's Grand Final. Newtown leading by 14 points. And away they go again. Up in the ruck there is Warren for the breakaways. Umpire's found a free kick. It's going the breakaway's way. So first quarter goals to Holdsworth and Briggs for the breakaways. So look to go on the attack again. Inside 50, off the side of the boot, but it might just fall for Foster. Also running there in support is Holdsworth. Coming in there is Nugent. Good standing up in the tackle from the Bombers defender. And that was Stack, unable to keep the ball in play. They play on quickly. Foster gives a handball. The Breakers now looking to take it across the other side for Cullen. Another star for the Newtown side. Off the side of the boot again. Foster flies, makes a contest. At the ground there is Sullivan. Can't quite pick it up for Sydney Uni. Tackled without the ball. Umpire says play on. And we'll have a ball up 40 metres out from the Newtown goal. Doing all the attacking early. Good bump there from Briggs, I think it was, going through. But it falls out in the way of the Bombers. Again, hard at it. Right in front of their supporter group, and it gives them a lift. But Stack's able to clear it, but only as far as Groom, who takes the mark in front of her bench. Swings onto a left boot, gives it everything. Good contest, and it's out of bounds. Just in front of the Where's Wallies up there on the hill. You can spot them, always hard to find. They've turned up in numbers, the Newtown supporters. Good on them. The dress-up theme. Get down here if you get a chance. As the ball's thrown in, they go at it again. Good contest, good work there, the Bombers. Looking to use the handball. Now a chip in the air. Straight down the throat of Parkin. Famous football name. Sends in a little bit of kick back and forth at the moment. Neither team able to find a target. But strong there was Ehlers. The Bombers look to get it away. Can't quite get the clear and kick is Anderson. Tackled without the ball. However, is Warren. And they'll look to reload.
The Bombers on the attack. Go central, trying to work the ball forward, but getting back there is Lees. Handball has been good from the breakaways. They work it out here to Verkulen. Has to go back to go forward. Under pressure was Morrison. Did very, very well. And now on the attack. Good work. Right in there was Anderson. Under pressure is Barr. Tackled. Ball spills free. Umpire calls play on. Everyone stops. Foster goes and gets the ball. No decision there. Umpire willing to let them play. Gets back to Ewan. Goes forward, but it's only breakaways. And they rebound. Looking there for Lees. Takes a very good mark. Gets up and goes. Steps around one. Now drives them forward, but once again the turnover at half back. Getting back there is Rachel Stack.
So Stack looks to go into the centre. Neither team able to find a target just yet in this early part of the second quarter. Now they go at it. Now the Bombers with a chance. Barr looking to get it going. Back to Stack. She wobbles it forward again. Now they're a chance. Numbers at the contest. Now there is Wood. Can she gather? She can. Puts her teammate under the pump. They've still got a chance. Barr dispossessed. And dropping the ball.
Come back.
Sydney Uni crowd not too happy with that one, Abba.
Showing the discontent. It's been a great atmosphere at Blacktown here this afternoon. This is the third of 5 grand finals. We'll be playing the final one, the under-19s, under lights here at Blacktown. A long day of grand finals. Plenty of premiership medallions. The engraver is working overtime downstairs. As the breakaways go inside 50. Sits up nicely. Briggs in there for the breakaways. Spills free. Getting amongst it also. There was Fowler. And eventually it is locked up. We'll have a ball up just outside the goal square. Breakaways on the charge.
It's been all Newtown this early part of the second quarter. As they go in, great tap over the back, but to no one in particular. as the Bombers get a chance to square it through Creeper. Creeper, there's been a snap out of the pack. How's this one going to fall? Has it gone through? It's touched. Gee, a few panic stations, a bit of nervous moments for Sydney Uni. Now Stack look to get this out of the danger zone. Onto a left boot. Up the middle, punch forward there. It's coming straight back in. How will this one fall? Great mark taken there by Barr, who's been very busy. No, it's not Barr, that's Anderson.
Barr, Anderson and Walker, all very similar in their build and their hairstyle. And here is, it was Walker trying with the fly at the back. And amongst it also Ewan. Spills free, and the breakaways on the attack again. Plenty of blue and yellow around this. They just need to work it into some space. Winkley trying to get it up at ground level. Tackled as dispossessed. Umpire saw it as a throw, and the advantage paid. Foster goes inside. Mark not taken. Coming up with it for Sydney Uni was Warren, and now there's a free kick holding the ball, and the breakaways with a shot on goal.
It's a hot footy. Just a spilt mark there by the Newtown forward. A chance to redeem themselves now. It's Fowler. Going to be right on her limit here today. She's confident. In she comes, Fowler. She's kicked it well off the boot. Won't quite go the distance though. Ball comes to ground. Uni under the pump once more. But great hands out the back from the Bombers. And they clear the ball to the 50-metre arc. Can they take it further this time? Handball to no one in particular. Now a kick over towards the boundary line. They go the player. And then they're going hard at the moment. Coming in to lay a bump was Walker. And seeing the ball out was Fu. We'll have another boundary throw in. So here we go. From the Newtown fans. No one being able to get a tap on it. Lees tries to get a boot. Can't quite. Good hands in tight space there. The Breakers first over the ball, but not going anywhere. As Creeper holds it in over the top for Sydney Uni. And another ball up. So plenty of players around the football. We've got a few free Newtown players just backwards of the pack. Now trying to get in there was McCall. It's tapped over. Another boundary throw in right in front of the Newtown bench. So there's been plenty of stoppages in this early part. We're over 7.5 minutes in. It's still Newtown by 15 points. Tap over the back by Warren. Another pack form, so neither team able to clear the ball at the moment. It's been a good contested footy contest so far. Great tap by Sydney Uni, but it's Newtown who are able to get first hands. Clever again in the air was Warren. But now it's left to... Oh, I've lost that player. Play on, that was Creeper.
As Sydney University try and get the ball going their way, but being met with a roadblock called the Newtown breakaways. Almost a juggle mark there to Cody Briggs. Asked the umpire the question. Free kick will come. It'll be breakaways kick. And a 50-metre penalty, not going back on the full. And Ewan will take the ball inside 50 and potentially get the breakaways' third goal.
Said it all day. It's been the story of the day. 50-metre penalties, they've been costly. 2 for Macquarie Uni in our first game today, and they did 4 grand final. They went down to the Knights. And a couple in the last game where Sydney Uni got up in Div 3. So now Ewan throws it on the boot. And it's off to the side, out of bounds on the full. Another little let off there for Sydney Uni. They're still just really hanging in here. I think the team able to hit the scoreboard with the goal so far. It takes the mark, goes for goal. She's kicked it. What a goal, Briggs. She's been a star.
You called it right there, Jeff. She has been an absolute star. And that is a fantastic goal.
Intercept mark. She's done it all here and just taken off. Backed herself, thrown it on the right boot. That's class right there. So that's Briggs' second. She's a Sydney representative and for good reason as well.
Newtown with all the play at the moment. They lead by 21 points. They're back in the middle. Sydney Uni yet to put a major on the board. Walker goes in hard and comes out a little wobbly. They get it inside 50. This is the opportunity they need. What can the Bombers come up with? Foot race on now. Bounces awkwardly. In there was Morrison and did very, very well to keep the ball in front and pick it up on the second grab. They go forward again, the breakaways. Standing over the ball on that occasion was Kiono. Easy for you to say. As we go again, Foster on the left boot. Kicks forward and a relieving mark taken. And this is Olivia Warren.
And so Warren finds a target. That's been the missing link through the centre. Now Barr sends it forward. Does she find a target? No. Spilling the mark there was Groom. Still a chance for Sydney Uni. Great shepherding. Both sides are willing to put the bumps on here today. Spills over the back. Here's a chance. Can they make something of this? Walker around the body. Falling short. And Newtown playing on quickly again. Perhaps needed to just compose themselves. And it's going to come straight back in. Here we go again. Ball goes up. Strong mark. And Sydney Uni with a chance to get their first goal through Libby Sadler.
Very well played. You called it well. Just to rush their kick out of defence there, the breakaways. They set up beautifully for the defence. Had a player back on the line. Didn't give anything away, but just rushed the kick on the rebound. And now Sadler with a shot on goal.
Sadler, distance can't quite get there. But it's knocked over for a behind. So now a chance for Sydney Uni to put the pressure back on the breakaways. It's been all Newtown this second quarter. Now the Bombers. Chance in now. Newtown kick out to the left outer side. Good strong mark taken out there. What can they do? Through the 50. Over the top. Just was it Briggs out there who fumbled that. Here they go again. The Bombers back into attack. Great kick forward. It's been a free kick. What'd you see there, Abba?
Trip. Umpires signalling there was contact below the knees. And we'll come back for a breakaways kick. The non-controlling umpire came in, saw it off the ball, so just a little pause in play. Now we're underway. Breakaways looking to work down the far side of Blacktown International Sports Park. Set up nicely there for Schroeder. Now they go inside. Plenty of Bombers around this one. Walker lurking. Now sits up for her. Comes down, just stop, drop and roll. Now she's in trouble, gets the ball going free. And eventually it will be wrapped up. The umpire will come in and sort it out.
So 13 minutes gone here. It's Newtown leading by 20 points, but here comes Fu setting the ball forward for the Bombers. She find a target. Newtown back first, great courage, but how's this going to fall? Up again, well done, good second effort. A chance to clear the ball, good hands, but it's not out of trouble just yet. The Bombers fall over. What can they do now? Held it in. Good football.
Being tested here, the breakaways defence, and they're standing tall. The pressure's coming from the Bombers. And they're up to the task at the moment. Briggs. In fact, that was Lim, I think, coming out of there. Was. And amongst it also Schroeder. Eventually the umpire sees a free kick. It's going to the breakaways.
They go up the wing. Pack forms. Good effort there. Couldn't quite hold the mark. They come in. Spills out the back. May have been in the back, but no. Great. Shrugs the tackle. Sends it in on the left. How's it going to fall? Sydney, great second effort. Rides the bump. Good tackle. And they pile in over the top. Couldn't quite get the fist on the handball that time. Play on's the call.
How's the tackling coming from the breakaways? It's just every opportunity that Sydney Uni seem to have. It's just the red and white right there on their tail. 14.5 played, second term. And it is the breakaways by 20 points. Sydney Uni go inside again, but once again, the defence of Newtown is up to the task.
Time here again, looking to get the ball in his bar. She's been very busy early. Good contest.
Sadler.
That might have been a mark. No from Sadler. Handball over the back. They've got a player in the goal square. Can they get it to boot? Oh, great tackle from Newtown. And it's through for a behind. That's the sort of stuff that'll lift your side.
That was Parkin with the tackle right on the on the goal post. It was Morgan just trying to get the leg somehow around the corner of the post. Parkin wasn't having anything of it. And forced the rush behind. Free kick here, pushing the back. With the breakaways. They desperately need one here, the Bombers. They trail by 19 points. Been doing all the attacking so far, just haven't been able to get a major. Going backwards is Creeber. Now a little drop in there, but Briggs, gee, she's been good.
Been everywhere so far. 2 goals, and now she's in the back line. Looks to go wide. Now will they fall? Great mark out there by the Bombers, and they go forward once again, but Briggs is there. Bit of football tennis out here at the moment.
She's been the difference, Briggs. She's scoring at one end. She's repelling the tacks at the other. Big hip and shoulder coming from Hocking. Illegal, says the umpire. And it looks like it'll be Winkley to take the kick. Goes short. Kick not a great one. Eventually gets there to Barr. They work it through now. Need a mark inside. Sadler bounces awkwardly for her. Maybe gets a second opportunity with the tap through. Coming in into support. There was Barr. Top of the square. How will this one bounce once again? The breakaway's under pressure. And they're not out of it yet. Sadler goes in there. Quick kick out of defence. And the breakaways under pressure still, riding the bump. That was Koikiano. And eventually the ball goes inside. Oh, that could be high contact. The umpire's seen a free kick, and he's paying it. And it'll be Steph Walker to take the kick. And to say they need this is an understatement.
Koikiano did well to stand up there in the tackle. Shrugged one. I'm not sure how she got the second handball away. The umpire saw it as a legal handball. So now Walker with a chance for their first. Leans back. And it's through from behind. It's got a player down too, just near the behind post for Newtown. Not sure who we've got. Hopefully they'll be okay. It's not Briggs, is it?
No, it's not Briggs. I think it could be Lim.
Might just be wait for this one. I think so. In the meantime, we're 18 minutes gone in the second quarter. It's Newtown by 18 points. They've had most of the play except for probably the last 5 minutes. The Bombers have been on top, so the Bombers now huddle it up. The breakaways do the same. So we wait to see if this play is okay. Plenty of talent out there on display today, Abba. We've got plenty of state representatives that took part in the fixtures with Victoria and WA earlier in the year. And they've lived up to the standard so far. As the stretcher's coming out now for that player down in the pocket.
We've said it a couple of times, it is the growth market of AFL football. It is women's football, and we're seeing some pretty good skills on display at the moment. Unfortunately, player down. Might be a leg complaint. Player concern. There will be time on in the game. Let's see if we can get some reports once the player comes off.
No doubt our men on the ground will inform us, Abba. This news comes to hand.
This could be exactly what the Bombers need here in this game. Just a little tempo change. Mind you, they They're on the attack. Breakaways are under pressure. Stoppage in play here. Blacktown. I do believe it is Yushan Lim. It's down on the stretcher. Trying to see if we can pick up what happened. It's quite some time ago.
Newtown taking the opportunity to throw a few changes. Coming off is Grace Fowler. Coming on is Melissa Daly.
Let's have a look here. It is Lim. Just see here. Oh, yeah, the ankle. It's the left ankle that gets caught under the body. Quick look at it. Just watch that. Right ankle, I think, actually. To the right. Just here. Plants, gets caught underneath.
Caught underneath. It's not nice at all.
Yushan Lim comes off the field. We wish her all the best. Play set to restart. With the breakaways for the kick out. They lead by 18 points. Time will tell as to how that breaking play may affect either side as the breakaways get this one clear over the back of the pack. Pushing through was Holdsworth, wrapped up in a tackle, and the ball up, centre wing, Blacktown National Sports Park. So we'll throw the clock out quite a bit. There was plenty of time on. Sydney Uni trying to push through now. Wood gets it further afield. They go inside 50 again and a mark has been taken. They need to find a target here. Pops it up and a beautiful run there from Nicola Barr. Plays on, looks at goal, swings it back, gets the first for the Bombers, and they're on the board.
She's been great, Barr. She's had plenty of football. Now she's been rewarded. She just got to a good spot. She's been getting to good spots all day. And Sydney Uni, the handball, it can tear teams apart. Barb was willing to get to a good spot and finish off. But if Sydney Uni continue to handball and use their runners and play on quickly, then they can kick goals quickly. And so they're well within this. They might be 12 points down, but I think they'll be able to score quickly if they can get on a bit of a roll.
Done the majority of the attacking in the last 15 minutes of this game. The breakaways need an answer, and this is the girl that can do it for them. Cody Briggs pushes the ball forward, out in front there of Hocking as well. Working hard, trying to get the ball going their way. Handball was good. They drive it inside 50. A nice penetrating kick, almost taken there by Ills. Just spills free. And Koikiono right there for the Bombers. They're not out of trouble yet. Once again, Lees with a left boot, goes inside, stepping around a player. There was Hocking, high up and under. Could have been a hold of the jumper there, and the umpire saw it. No, play on. Foster tries to get it going through. That's a kick. That'll be a goal. Beautiful goal. And the breakaways get the answer off the boot there of Belinda Small.
What a reply. Gee, it's gone up a notch. But what a start. Small coming in, kicking the fourth goal for Newtown. And just getting to good spots, not willing to give up. Small, as the ball came in. Play on the call, Kukiana, she's been everywhere so far. Couldn't quite get that one to clear, it fell into her hands. Small, just on the toe, and it just got there.
Universe reverse torp as well.
Well, they can do it all, these girls.
It's kicking AFL football. Comes up for a major. Now Sydney Uni with the answer. Steph Walker just can't get the bounce she required. Held without the ball. Made sure the umpire saw it. We'll get the free kick. Plays on now. Goes out there to a teammate who drives them inside. Here is an opportunity, and it almost went through for a goal. Getting back there and rushing for a behind. Breakaways with a let off.
Changes keep coming down here. Coming on now is Morgan. Just giving a spell for Winkley. So small for a tall. Away they go, Newtown in the outer pocket. Be nice if they played some football over here, but that's all right. Briggs now gets a handball away. There's Barr again. She'll send it long inside 50. No, she takes him on with a bounce. She's going to go herself. Runs past two. Now gets it forward. Can't find a teammate. And probably need just a little bit more composure. Give that ball a bit more height going forward to give her forwards a chance to get in good position. So a boundary throw in now. Just outside the forward 50 for the Bombers. As it comes in. Ball comes over the back. Punch forward now by the Bombers. What can they do? Running onto it is Fu. She keeps it on the ground. Soccered once. Chases. Still got the front roll. Overruns it. She might get it again. She does. Good tackle. Gets the handball back. Now they send it forward through Gray. Who can take a mark for him? No one. Ball spills to the front of the pack. Is that Walker? No, it's Creamer. She sends it around. But can't get the result. Mark taken by Newtown.
Breakaways still under pressure. Kicked a goal against the run of play off the boot of Small, but the students have been doing all the attacking this quarter. We have played 26 and a half. Of course, there was a lot of stoppage time for injury. So it would be close to half-time here in this Women's Division 1 Grand Final. Shallow throw in. Really no one gets the advantage. Stack applies a tackle. Getting back. Once again is Barr. She's been everywhere, as you said. And she's now over the boundary line. The boundary throw in. The siren sounds here at Blacktown to end this first half. And an entertaining half it's been. The Breakaways have the advantage on the scoreboard. They lead by 19 points. But it's been an entertaining contest and one where Sydney University really started to pile the pressure on late. Unable to put the scores on the board. But we have an entertaining game on our hands.
Yeah, probably halfway through that second quarter, Sydney Uni started to put a little bit of pressure on Newtown. They had the ball in their forward half for most of that second quarter, but just couldn't quite hit the scoreboard, which goes to show with 1 goal 5 all coming bar 1 point in that quarter. So the bar's been good. She's probably been the best so far for the Bombers, while Briggs has probably been a standout for the Breakaways. So Briggs has 2 goals. She's joined by Holdsworth and Small as single goal kickers, while Barr has 1 for the Bombers.
Entertaining game here in this Women's Division 1 Grand Final. We'll take a short break here at Blacktown. We'll be back in about 15 minutes' time for all the second half action. You're watching the BLK AFL Sydney Grand Final action live from Blacktown.
Wait there, pull yourself out of this state, dear. Acknowledge you were afraid. From then on, you might just go. Somebody call out to your brother. He's calling out your name. Hiding under the covers with no one else to blame. Oh, you could have hurt your own name. You could have said it to his face. You were fucked up by the blame. I've been roaming around, always looking down at all I see. Painted faces fill the places I can't reach. You know that I can lose somebody. You know that I can use somebody. Someone like you and all you know and how you speak. Countless lovers under cover of the street. You know that I can use somebody. You know that I can use somebody. Someone like you. I wanna dance by water beneath the Mexican sky. Drink some margaritas by swinging blue lights. Listen to the mariachi play at midnight. Are you with me? Are you with me? Are you with me? Are you with me? I wanna dance by water beneath the Mexican sky. Drink some margaritas by swinging blue lights. Listen to the mariachi play at midnight. Are you with me? Are you with me? Mexican sky. Drink some margaritas by swinging blue lights. Listen to the mariachi play at midnight. Are you with me? Are you with me? I wanna dance by water beneath the Mexican sky. Drink some margaritas by swinging blue lights. Listen to the mariachi play at midnight. Are you with me? Are you with me?
So I packed my things and ran far away from all the trouble. I would coast with my two hands. Alone we traveled on with nothing but a shadow. We fly far away.
Hold your horses now.
Sleep until the sun goes down.
Some
scratches that make me wonder about their past. And as I looked around, I began to notice that we were nothing like the rest.
hold your horses now.
Until the sun goes down,
Through the woods we ride.
until the mountains sound.
Hold your horses now.
Until the sun goes down,
Through the woods we ride.
Fun and games here at Blacktown International Sports Park as we start the second half here of this Women's Division 2 Grand Final. And straight away out of the ruck. Heading forward. Tackle applied. Sydney Uni trying to get something going. Krieber tackled as she took possession of the ball. You would have heard there on the live stream. Sydney Uni Bombers were out in position. And the crowd willing the umpires to start the game. And the breakaways came out. Good work there from Walker. Tracked the ball around. A beautiful centering kick. And has found, that's Amy Fu. Goes to the top of the square. Comes down to Gray. Gray on the right boot. Can't swing it back enough. Sydney Uni with a minor score. Joining me up here in the commentary box. Get the lips around it, Jeff Smith.
But good to be here too, mate. It's been a good game so far. It's like getting out of the sheds, the Newtown girls, but they're there now. That's all that matters, and they go long. That's going to be caught on the full. That wasn't touched, I don't think. It might be a free kick to the Bombers.
Umpire coming in to sort this one out. Was the ball touched? No, it wasn't. Did she play on from...
Oh, perhaps it was touched.
Did she?
All right. Back him in, the umpires, as they throw it in. Trying to do the ruck work there was Sadler. Couldn't quite get it for the Bombers. Back in over. Trying to win that one is Krieber. The umpire will have another go. Throw it up. Sadler. In there again. Up against Warren. The team able to clear it. Is that Barr in there again? She started well again. Team's on the ground. Neither team able to get that one free. Well, it's been a hot footy. Sydney Uni had the better of the second quarter. Still find themselves behind on the scoreboard.
Sadler doing the ruck work on that occasion. Getting in amongst it also Walker. As well as Krieber. The ball is locked up. Sadler up against Warren. Comes down again to Walker. They're getting the hands on the football, Sydney Uni, but there's always a red and white jumper right there to wrap them up. Coming through with a little breakaway. There was Barr. Tries to get the ball forward. It bounces awkwardly, but it sets up nicely for another opportunity. Comes back there to Morgan, trying to squeeze a pass through. Once again, the breakaways. Good tackle applied by Amy Fu. Unrewarded. Now coming away is Barr. She swings it back on the left. Way too far, though. And it goes over the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw in.
So Sydney Uni starting with all the attacking here. Start of the third quarter. It turned out to be influential in the last game. The third quarter. So Fu takes down the ruck. She might be done holding the ball here.
Yep.
And she is. Can't take the ball out of the ruck and then not dispose of it.
Well, I don't think she expected to even get her hands anywhere near the ruck, that the ball sort of fell in her arms. Unfortunate there for Amy Fu. This is Wood wrapped up in a tackle. We'll have another ball up.
Huge pack of players around this stoppage. So they go at it again. The team able to pick it up. Biggs is in there. Briggs rather. She can't get away. Wood again. Good tackle. Now it spills over the back. Who can get there? Walker. Can they get a handball off? Swings on the right. Jabs it. Great kick. And a great mark as well. McChalk tackled us. She played on, and that's holding the ball. Well played there from Groom.
Good tackle. Breakaways. Their defence has been tested. And at the moment they're passing the test. And one person who is flying colours at the moment is Cody Briggs. Drives them inside. Trying to get the breakaways into a scoring position. And the Bombers right there. But this kick's going to go out of bounds on the full. And the pressure comes right back on.
First chance for the breakaways. Briggs with the footy. Sydney rep player. 2 goals to her name already. Goes inboard. Finds for Cullen. Another a Sydney rep. So they're combining well, the Stars. Oh, cutting off there in the mark with Stack. She had a big role to play too. That kick pass, she smothered. Now they're on the punt. Ewan caught high. She'll take a free kick. Up the line. Good contest, falls over the back. In there now is Verkulen. Up the line again. We saw this in the second quarter. Both sides kicking back and forth to each other. Just need to lower the eyes and try and spot up a target. It's the right idea.
Good tackling from both sides. This occasion it's Holdsworth who's wrapped up. Umpires having to do a ton of work around the stoppages. Krieber move it into some space. And once again she's locked up. And the ball in there, Alex Schroeder. Great grand final atmosphere. We're halfway through the day, and 5 grand finals being played here at Blacktown this afternoon. And once again, Cody Briggs has got it on the string. Walker stands the mark. Briggs kicks, a beautiful looking kick. Tried to get out there in front of Foster. Couldn't quite bring it in, and the boundary line wins out. The wind picking up here at Blacktown.
We haven't seen much rain for a while. There's a bit of air coming in too down at the Newtown blimp over there at the back.
They've almost got it. They'll have it up by the presentations this afternoon. The blimp's just brought the wrong motor or something. It's not going up at the rate of knots. Once again, Sydney University, and this one lands in the arms of Walker. Just gives it off to Kokono. Walker gets it back. Now she's in trouble. Wrapped up in a tackle, and umpire says throw it in. Good work there from Rosemary Morrison. And getting up in the grill.
That's what we want to see. Who comes in? Punch over the back, well played by Sadler. Kiono. Hands in there again. She's been lively. Stack. Couldn't quite grab it first. Great tackle there. Hocking. And wins the free kick. If she gets it on quickly, she's got a player. Didn't push back off the mark though. So that smeller goes to bump now, Hocking. Kukiono in there. 31's football. Just need to push back off the mark. She had a player inside 50 to her right. Instead, found the man on the mark.
Go again. Ruckman, Sadler. Now it falls out to Wood. Sharked away by Holdsworth. Puts a big up and under. Plenty of space to work in here. And this is Ills. Steps off one boot. Has a shot on goal. And Werner has one back for the breakaways. Just the tonic they needed. They now lead by 23.
Yeah, good football. The crowd's going up too. So Newtown get the first. They've kicked the first in each of the quarters so far. There's that smother. Turnover comes. And just a bit of a gather. Quickly onto the boot, under pressure. Players coming from everywhere, and that's a good finish.
Fantastic finish. The job not done yet though. 8 minutes into the third term. Breakaways lead by 23. Sadler doing the ruck work on that occasion. Brings it down to the advantage of Krieber. Now with some space to work in is Nicola Barr. Tackled as she gets rid of it. Gives it off to Morgan. They've linked up well. Look at this. That's more like it. Oh, the drop mark there from Michalk. She goes again, gets it back, throws it on the boot. This one will go through, and that's a quick response. And some great work from Belinda Michalk. Marching back to 17.
Yeah, what a response. Some really good football there from the Bombers. Spotting their targets. Michalk had 2 cracks at it. Dropped the mark first. Was good enough to compose herself and have another go. She won't be happy to see that on the big screen. But she gets up. What more can you ask? A second effort. Bang. Just what they need.
Straight out of the ruck. Just Krieber tracking that one back. She's still got it. Tries to stand up in the tackle, but they come in numbers. And wrap it up. good contest. Really was that period of the game where the breakaways were able to put a couple of goals back to back. And now the students trying to replicate that. They go forward. Big hit there from Winkley. And they go again. Just can't quite get the handle. Tries to get up to Walker. She's everywhere. Tries to spin it around. Oh, it was on its way. The mark taken. Right on the last line of defence. Ball to play on. Just ran out of space.
Worked out okay. They'll clear the ball. Kariuga trying to get underneath that one. Tuck it under the arm and look at him go. On the left boot. Well done. Making a contest there. It's Fowler. Couldn't quite get it. Now they go through. Stack the Bombers. Good left foot kick inside. Ball spills to the front. Trying to get there is Lees. She couldn't grab it. Barr dishes one out. Now it's Walker. Creeper, sorry. As they continue to go. Good hands again. Creeper's in there, taking on two and swoops it back. That might have been a throw, and it was. The free kick going to Faculin.
Creeper doing a ton of work there. The intensity's lifted. Sydney Uni know what's on the line here. They are well versed in grand final appearances, the Bombers. But at the moment, they trail by 17 points. Reload. Oh, good mark. There's Creeper. He's lifted her game. Goes inside the kick. Not a great one. Holdsworth in there. Sadler. They fall on it. This one's getting wrapped up. Not going anywhere there. Umpire will come and sort it out. Approaching the 12-minute mark. Third term. And the breakaways by 17 points.
Over the top. Here we go. There's Lou again. Haven't seen much of her. She's an important player for the Bombers. Now Newtown looks to work it away. Morrison in there. Tackled hard by Walker and a free kick.
Geez, haven't they had a big battle this afternoon?
They have given it everything. Walker's been everywhere. I didn't mind a bit of the rough and tumble either.
Morrison's been there right on the tail as well.
Here's Lou again, tackled by two. Stack now trying to gather. Oh, I don't know that she was up too hard there, but she fell backwards. Now trying to lay the tackle is Lees over the top of Warren, and another ball up. Umpire wasting no time. Illis gets the tap down. Play on's the call. The ball up.
Sadler gets this one out into some space now. They've worked it well. Now with Wood. Wood goes inside. Not a great kick. Holdsworth, it bounces beautifully for her. Throws on the right shoe. They've got it going inside. Foster doing battle up there with Mulhern. Mulhern was the better of them. Got back in time. Now comes out to Kokiono. Has to do a bit of work. Steps around one. She's done that a couple of times today. But a fantastic step. There's a free kick. It's going to come back. And a 50-metre penalty for Voice. That was against Olivia Warren. And the umpire taking nothing there and essentially handing the breakaways a goal.
Oh, that's got to hurt. They were away too. Kokiono stepped around another player. They were coming up the grandstand wing. And that's a huge turnaround. And all of a sudden, when Uni got the last, now Newtown have stopped any momentum.
Schroeder to take it out to 23 points. Makes no mistake. And the breakaways get another one. See if the camera's picked up what the free kick was. Right here was Kokiono. Nice step around the outside. Just there, yeah, just holding the arm. And puts a hand up almost in, sort of saying guilty as charged.
Guilty as charged. Lock me up.
Unfortunately, decided to argue the fact with the umpire, who said, no, not having any of that. We're heading that way. The breakaways get another one, 6-4-40. They lead by 23 points over Sydney University. And now the Bombers under pressure.
Go forward again, Newtown. The Bombers this time. Got Lou on the outer side. It's a high ball. She'll have plenty of work to do. Takes the mark and plays on immediately. Goes up the wing. Looking great mark taken again by Walker. She's been lively and 50 the other way.
As well played by Walker.
Again. So Morrison's gone over the mark that time. And their little battle continues. And Walker will have a chance to put the Bombers back into forward 50 and try and make up for a lost little work. Nice little chip over the top. Getting a hand in there though was Verkulen. And looks like we've got a bit of a stalemate. It's been a great battle between Walker and Morrison today.
I have to say Walker's probably got the better of it, but at the moment Morrison will walk away with a medal around her neck as the mark's been taken by Ashley Morgan forward, who has other ideas about the medals. And she'll be kicking from about 35 out as the Bombers crew find some voice. Morgan. It's very close to the man on the mark. The kick is good, just offline. Minor score, 22 points the margin.
So, Newtown trying to work their way through this zone defence. Again, they go long, but that's off the side. Dangerous ball. At the back there, getting it on the boot with Sadler. Wobbles it forward. Now coming out, hitting it hard. A chance now for Winkley. Spins around court and holding the ball. Again, the pressure. Sensational work. Verkulen finds a teammate who can't quite take the mark. That was Lees. Now around the corner, but it's gone backwards. Dangerous kick. Walker was there, couldn't quite take. Sorry, that was Barr. Now it's Kreber. Handball's into trouble. Newtown, a desperate kick out of defence, but it looks like this might come straight back in.
They're lining up here, the students. The Bombers stack inside, right to the danger zone. Oh, some good work there at ground level by Morgan. Trapped the ball in. Trying to step around was Wood. Dispossessed. How's this from Barr? Finds a little opening. Goes for home. Couldn't get there the distance. And Cody Briggs, right on the line, has two bounces. Goes for a little gallop on the far side of Blacktown International Sports Park. And the mark is taken out there. And a little bit of pressure relieved from the breakaways. They lead by 22 points. And they're well on their way to a Women's Division 1 premiership. The Bombers, they will keep coming. Back there is Stack. He's done some very good things this afternoon. Driving him in, Lees. Not much the same, but once again, back there, Stack takes a relieving mark. Oh, there's a little bit of word to Foster.
She's been important, Stack. She's had a good game. Now she sends it inside the centre square. Off all hands. Great tackle there. Dispossessed. And they look to go forward again. Can't quite get there. It's all Bombers. Kukiono. She takes her time. No one's been able to tackle her today. Stack gets around one. Wheels onto her left. Contested footy over the back. They can run onto this, the Bombers, if they get there first. Good pressure. Fu over the hands. Lees gets the kick towards forward. Now coming in there is Sadler. Dispossessed. Umpire says play on. Sadler again. They'll lay the tackle. Play on again, the call. Ball spills forward. Briggs is there. Can she get a handball to keep going? No. Oh, Mark, is that Foster? Wheels onto the left. How's it going to bounce? They're running back for it. Lou will get there in time, but it's gone out of bounds. And just persistence there from the breakaways. And they're back in attack.
Interesting set up here at the moment. Got the breakaway. He's got four players loose. Well, it's 4-on-1 in the defensive half. So you have to say they're pushing some numbers behind the ball, hoping for those quick breakaways. Stack.
There it is. But in there first.
Work by Morgan. Can they make them hurt on the rebound? They come out. Now a little bit of space to work in. Oh, it's that Morrison and Walker combination. As they go inside now, Barr steps over the paint, got a player in all sorts of space here, just needs to sit up, doesn't do so, noble it was. Walker tries to spin it around the corner, and it goes over the boundary line. Once again, full points to the Breakaways defence.
Geez, hasn't Barr been dangerous this quarter? A couple of times now she's had the ball in space running towards goal. That one opted to pass to Noble, but just couldn't quite get it to sit.
Almost 3/4 full now, the inflatable. You may have to come back tomorrow if we want to get it all up 100%.
Roll down the hill shortly.
Lou tracking it over the line.
Not sure if we saw Lou in the first half with the helmet on.
Conspicuous by her absence.
So they go again, ball comes in. Who's in there? Bar's in there again. What can she do? Tackle without the ball. And she's been rewarded. A bit of a limp. What should he do? No, it's not Bar, in fact. It was Anderson. Setting the ball wide. Now Stack.
He's in range, I reckon.
She points to the goals. She might opt to go for it. Just half kicked that to the top of the square. Lou couldn't get her hands there. Ball pushing the back and pushed over the boundary line. That was Benazzi. They're the old hamstring killers, those ones. Saw Sam Reid go down with a hamstring for the Swans. Similar sort of fashion.
Boundary throw in. We're in the time on in the third term. Breakaways lead by 22 points. Coming away. Some good work there by Miss Parkin. She's had a good game in defence. Ewan goes back on the ball. Pops up the handball. Trying to find some space to work in. Plenty of blue and gold around this one. Comes back inside. That was a good handball by Sullivan. But once again, the Breakaways defence has really set up the wall across that half-back line.
To clear it now. More contested footy over there on the outer wing. Good tackle again. It's been a good display from both teams. As we tick over 22 minutes here. 21 points the margin. Barr again weaving through traffic, goes back inboard, gets it high and forward. They need to mark the Bombers. No one can get there. Newtown, just a wild punch. May regret that though. Here comes Walker, nearly does the splits, but manages to stand up. Lou now gathers around the body, but the siren will beat the Bombers. 3/4 time. That was an entertaining quarter. It's 21-point margin to the Breakaways. They kicked 2 goals to 1 that quarter. But plenty of opportunities for both sides.
Yeah, take nothing away from the Breakaways. They've been very good at both ends of the ground. And another 50-metre penalty in a grand final during that quarter, which gifted a goal to the Breakaways. And they lead by 21 points as we go into the final break. It's been an entertaining game, as you said, Jeff. And we are looking forward to the final term. Of course, following that, we have all the action from the Division 2 Grand Final. So stick with us here on AFL Sydney Live. You're getting all the action here from Blacktown. It's Grand Final day, and it's the Breakaways leading by 21 points.
Why it takes so long to know? I want somebody to love me. Yeah, I want somebody nice. See the boy I once was in my eyes. You said you felt so happy you could die. I told myself that you were right for me.
All in readiness for the final term here at Blacktown International Sports Park. Women's Division 1 Grand Final. And it's the Newtown Breakaways who lead by 21 points as we hit set for the start of this final term. Craig Abercrombie and Jeff Smith up here in the box. And we've enjoyed a very entertaining grand final so far. The Breakaways in the box seat, but the Bombers may come back. Let's see what this one pans out.
And Warren went with a ruckman that went at it. Falls back down and they'll get a second chance to ply their trade. Go at it again. Winkley manages to knock it forward. At the back now he's Stack. Can she get it to boot? No, but she picks up a free kick. Play on straight away. She knows they need some points now. Sends it forward. Oh, backing back. Good contest. Swooping on his bar. She steps around two. On the right foot. Can she finish? She's missed a lot.
Good courage going back with the flight of the ball. Just a quick blimp update. Probably about 6, 7 eighths inflated now.
Yeah. It's a good side. That'll definitely spur them on.
The Breakaways come out of defence now. They've been tested. Oh, good mark taken right there, Holdsworth. And she's forced it looking for Foster. Unfortunately, puts it 2 rows back. And the students will reload. Sun breaking through now. It's a crazy old day here at Blacktown. We've had all sorts of wind conditions. Sun, rain. Quite had the hail just yet. As the Bombers go inside, but another mark by Holdsworth. She's just solid chest mark.
She's got Foster coming at her. Off to go over her. Long Stack getting back. Juggle it. Couldn't quite take the mark. Just fights for it to get on the ground. Good work. In there as well was Anderson. Couldn't quite get it away. Kicks when she tries to pick up. Barr in there again. Wins it again. Now gets on her right. She's got a player at centre half forward. She can go. She's got space. Runs to 50. Looks inboard. Finds a player. Slips through. Now coming onto it is Gray. What can she do? Pushes it back out. A chance. A handball forward. Can't quite get the space to get a kick away. Now over there is a Barr again. Trying to pick the ball up. She's tackled. And we'll have another boundary throw in. No, free kick. So Newtown, a chance just to clear the ball, and that's what they do. It's going to be coming straight back.
Nearly reload, trying to get the ball. They've just got no space to work in. Walker does her own roving. Else works back the other way. Handball, sorry, the kick across to Sullivan. Couldn't take the mark. Has to go again now. They come. Umpire's seen a free kick holding the man. And it'll be Sullivan's free kick. I'm sure she thought she had it. Too far out to score. Goes central. Good kick looking for Sadler. Led the lead there. Gives it back to Mochok. Gets it on the boot and she squeezes it. Nearly gets there. Doesn't get to the line. Some good defensive effort there. Back on the line by Cassandra Lees. And forces it over for a rush behind.
That would have made it very interesting. Mochok, she's already got one today. Just within metres of a second. As Newtown now look to bring it out. They go to the far half-back flank, but it's a turnover. Mark taken. All of a sudden, Uni are looking dangerous, but that kick relieves a bit of pressure. Now Warren can clear the danger zone. How will this bounce? Able to gather. That was Stack. Gets it to Winkley, who sends it long. What can they do here? Good fly from Fu. Can't quite take the mark. Up they come again. Now Newtown with the runners. And here is Foster. A little bit of space. Got a handle on the inside. Chooses just to slow it down.
She had no option there. She just had to stop because there was no one in front of her. She now stops, reloads, gets the ball forward, but it's been turned over, and another opportunity now for the Bombers. Trying to get in there amongst it was Morgan. There are plenty of numbers around this one. Stack just rolls through. Morgan gets in there again, also Wood. And there's some tired girls out there now.
For good reason too. They've been going at it for 3 quarters. It's been a good stand, a good intensity. This Division 1 Women's AFL Grand Final. So they come at it again. Foster just waits for it. Now in there is Sullivan. What can she do? Knocks it forward. And he runs the ball. Goes back in for it. Spells out handball. What can they do? Kukiono can't quite hang on to it. Swing it forward is Ewan. Now for the tackle, Creamer. Not rewarded. Falls out to Sullivan. She throws it on the left. We'll have another boundary throw in. About 65 metres.
You get the feeling the breakaways have really gone into protection mode now, and look, 20 points might be just enough for them to do that, but a couple of quick goals from the Bombers might change their attitude. As this one comes out of the ruck. Oh, solid attack at the football. Called to play on. That was Warren. There's a player down for the breakaways. Kokiono drives them inside and unable to take the mark. It's the Bombers player, and
it was Newen collected by Warren. Just a great contest. All eyes on the footy. So the Bombers go forward again. This time around the corner was Wood. Why was it forward? Finds Ewan. She kicks forward and finds the other team. But a great contest there at on the half-back flank. Now it's a high ball. Lee stands under it. How will she go? Can't hold on. Foster sees it over the line. Helped by Kukiono. As Fu wobbles off.
Right leg complaint there. Bombers doing all the attacking, and yet they cannot bridge this deficit. Walker trying to keep that one in. Boundary line wins out.
Pretty open forward line up there for the breakaways.
I reckon they really have gone into protection mode. Just might come off. Working this Holdsworth going up there against Seth Walker.
There.
Just caught around the legs. And Holdsworth will get the free kick. Very serviceable for the breakaways today. It's been Laura Holdsworth. Kick not a great one. Forced to work from behind. On that occasion was Newen. And the boundary line wins out again. It always amazes me. I've said it before. But the biggest arena in sporting across the world, we always tend to get stuck right in one corner. The ball just trickles over. We'll have another boundary throw in.
Bit of a magnet out there at the moment. But that's where it's staying. Oh, running over the top of that one was Creeber. Couldn't quite pick it up. Still underneath, doing the hard work in there in the breakaways. Bottom of the pack getting up, I think was Daly. No, it was Newen. So here they go again. Winkley tries to win the tap, falls back. Illas tackled hard by Winkley. Now in there is Sullivan laying a tackle. Ball spills out, but the umpire already blown his whistle. Have another ball up. 20 points the margin. 8 minutes gone. Putting her head over it again. It was Foster, unrewarded. Smacks it forward the breakaways, but it's only as far as Stack. She gets onto her left boot and gets it forward. Contest down there. Couldn't quite hold the mark with Morrison. Lee's lays a tackle. She's tackled 2 at once there. Now running back is Holdsworth. And sees it over the line.
Real trouble getting this ball out of this forward pocket for Sydney University. But this is playing right in the hands of the Newtown breakaways. Way down in the foreground. See what it was. Bit going on. Newen not happy with her treatment. They come back again. Winkley gets it across, gives it off to Warren. Warren goes inside 50. Walker forced to just punch. Wood gives the handball across to Barr. Just bouncing around like a volleyball at the moment. Not really going anywhere. They need to try and find some forward momentum. Barr gets it on the right shoot. Bounces awkwardly. Sadler comes with the tackle. And the breakaways are under pressure, but they're eating it up at the moment. Morrison tackled. Dispossessed. Still in the possession of the breakaways though. They'll get it going clear. Awkward bounce. And there's 3-on-1 here, and they work it out. Warren goes inside 50, mark taken. And I think that might be my chalk in there. And she's setting herself for a shot on goal. Distance may be a concern. Sadler, strong! One-handed, just waves it to the crowd. Takes a cracking mark, 10 metres out. And this to reduce the margin to 14 points.
Easy as that. Sadler kicks her first. And the Bombers right back in this. Plenty of time to go. They still need a couple of goals. But Machork, she's been good today as well. Having the shot on goal, falling short. And Sadler,
She beat 4.
gee, that's a strong mark.
And then just goes, yep, there it is. Come and get it if you want it. Great goal to the Bombers. Chip away at this deficit. 14 points in arrears now.
Go back. Winkley and Warren at it again. It's been a good battle in the rucks. Stacks in there as well. She's got it under the arm and throws it on the left boot. Backing back with courage. Coming hard. Oh, here on the ball is Machork. Dangerous again. They've got the numbers here, the Uni. What can they do? Morgan swings around. Still plays in space. They should score here. Throws it back. Handball inboard. What can they do? They just need to get on the boot. Can't quite clear the pack. Still a chance. Will the boundary line beat him? Keeps it in. Clever play. No.
Just got over the line. The crowd not happy with the boundary umpire on that occasion.
They go at it. Coming over there is Ewan. Seeing it over the boundary line. So is it too early, do you think, Abba, for Newtown to be throwing all their numbers?
Well, I reckon they've been doing that for the whole entire quarter. To tell you the truth, they've had plenty of players back in their defensive half, and only time will tell. No, if that's the right option, because Sydney Uni have this ball camped in their forward line. If they had a time in forward half stat that we could pull up, it would almost be 90-10.
So they've kicked 3 goals thus far, the Bombers, and they're going to need another 3 if they want to win this one. So with that in mind, perhaps it's not a bad point. As they go at it again, Winkley gets the tap down, trying to rove it with Ewan. Couldn't quite clear it. Now Foster charging through. She's brought down without the ball. Play on's the call. Now Stack on that left boot. She's been damaging all day. Can she get one at the fall? No. Getting back there is Illies. Ooh, big contest there. Sydney Uni player goes down.
It's Walker.
That was Walker. She's up and she'll go again. They need her to kick another one now. We'll kick it first, but anyway, away we go. Free kick called by the umpire. We've got umpires Jordan Lee and Bradley Stewart out there today.
Done a good job this afternoon. It's been a willing affair between these two teams. One worthy of a grand final. This one bounces off the chest of Hocking and she gets it on the second grab. This is where they just need to tread water because there's just really no one forward. Hocking, the awkward chaos kick forward. Lou comes in.
And Holdsworth. She had about 4 to beat then, Holdsworth. She did well to force another throw in.
Comes in again. Comes down, Creever takes it out of the ruck, tries to get out there in front of Wood. Also coming in is Anderson. And they get all tangled up. 14 minutes played, margin 14 points. Another one here to the Bombers would make it very interesting, but the breakaways come away with it. Lees. Here's this situation where they just can't bomb forward. They don't have the players forward. They're all behind the ball. Wood almost gets through. Briggs a bit quiet in this final term. And Lou applies the tackle and gets duly rewarded. And an opportunity now. They've got players on the far side. They want to get it out there. They did, but beautifully read. And the turnover comes.
So here they go on the attack. Schroeder, she can't pick it. Lou again, but it falls into the hands of Morrison. She kicks it up and high, but falling in there is Stack. Gee, she's kicked well today on that left boot, but this one couldn't quite find a teammate. Running onto it, what can they do? In there is Fu. She's dispossessed. How will this one bounce? Good for Newtown supporters. Smash by Stack. And it's play on Ewan. She's got time. Taps it on the ground, and that will be holding the ball. Kane has come from 10 metres to lay the tackle. Ewan just had to get that one on the boot. And so they've got to get this ball going, Sydney Uni.
They've got to get it going quickly. I don't think Kane's... Now she goes back off the mark. Goes short. Krieber the target, but it comes off hands. Well read there by Hocking. Top of the square. Stack is back there. She's been a tower back there for the Bombers. And now with a bit of space to work in. Wood stumbles with the kick though and fumbles the mark. They come in numbers now, and the umpire's seen a free kick. It's going to be a breakaways kick. That's a costly turnover.
It's been a couple of times this quarter where Sydney Uni have been away. The fumble at the crucial moments cost them, I think.
Here's Briggs. Takes the mark, outside 50, too far out, you'd think. The leads come. Gets it on the boot. It's a big kick inside. Plenty of Bombers around this one, and Kaikiano, who has been very good for the Bombers this afternoon, takes the relieving mark.
So they look to get it out. Again, the ball just can't quite sit. They've got the numbers though, the Bombers. They're still over. They use Lou. Handball, yeah, just delays that nicely. Now Lou's away. She's had to throw it in front of herself though. Running over there is Wood. Now they kick forward. How will this one bounce? Fu in there tries to apply the tackle, but Eels breaks it and sends him Newtown forward once more. Ewan nearly the mark. In fact, it's paid. She's played on quickly as well. Sends it forward. 3-on-1. How will this go? Sydney Uni should be able to clear from here. And they do. Now through Sullivan. Kick up the gut. Now they've got to go. Barr takes a bounce. Turns around one. Slips. She's got to get it on the boot. She does that. Mark taken from Newtown. And they can just take their time a little bit now.
Now I reckon the decision to go behind the ball is maybe paying off. Every forward foray from the Bombers is being cut off. And there's that almost in the time on cramp. We've had three of them in 3 grand finals.
Jeez, they're just not conditioned for time on in the last quarter, are they, these players?
It's infectious. But the breakaways now.
Blimp still at 75%. It hasn't gone up this quarter.
There you go through. Oh, beautiful mark taken by Stack. Tries to break free, but again the turnover. And the mark taken out there by Schroeder. And take all the time in the world. Inside 50 now. Plenty of Bombers around this one, including Spooner. He turns the ball around. And there's Hocking trying to get her hands on the ball, but it's just all Bombers. But this is the kick. And then once again, we've been questioning it all quarter, but I reckon it could end up being the master stroke. A very defensive quarter. The breakaways protecting the lead. They lead by 14 points. In the context of the game, that is a premiership winning margin.
Good mark in there. Is that Ewan? She's been good this last quarter as well. Quick handball. Doesn't come off this time. Ills in there. Now the ball spills off forward. No one able to take the mark. Lou's in there. She gets it on the boot. Takes a bit of a risk, but why not? They have to now. Now they've got some numbers. If they can get it over the top, away they go. Through the centre, handball. That's what they need to do. Walker was the handball. She's taken down though. There was Morgan. Play on's the call. What can they do here? Again, Sullivan sends it forward. That might come over the back and work out for Sadler. It does, but she's got no one ahead, or do they? Here comes Barr with some space. It's a running race. Will it sit? It does. She gathers, breaks, steps around one. Tackled by Eels. That's holding the ball. And the siren sounds fittingly on the back of a great tackle from Newtown. Barr was running onto it. All that matters little though. Newtown claimed their first premiership since 2010.
What an end to a game. I was just about to say that really summarises the grand final. Students had their opportunities, but the breakaways just ripped them out, and the siren sounded right on the tackle, and we come away with the premiers for Division 1 in the women's AFL. And they are the Newtown Breakaways. Congratulations to the girls. They really set the game up early in the game, and they kicked a number of goals right on the back there, including one by Cody Briggs. It was that period where they really dominated the score, and they were able to hold on in the end. And the margin in the end was 14 points.
And fittingly, 14 points was also the margin at quarter time. When Newtown kicked the first 2 goals, Briggs with the first, Holdsworth with the second, 2 of their key players. And then Briggs opened up at the start of the second quarter, with her second goal. And in the end, that might prove telling. But some really credible performances from the Bombers players as well. For mine, Barr was a standout. She was also helped out by Walker, Stack and Winkley. Did a lot of hard work, but for the breakaways, I think they had a pretty even contribution. Foster was important up front. Newen was good in that last half. Hocking was dangerous as well. And obviously Laura Holdsworth, who finished with 1 goal, was dangerous as well. So the goal kickers for the breakaways, Briggs had 2, and singles to Holdsworth, Schroeder, Illers and Small. While for Uni it was Barr, Sadler and Mitchell.
A wonderful end to a wonderful game, and the premiership heading the way of the Newtown Breakaways. As you said, they're first since 2010, and also halts the dominance of the Sydney Uni Bombers as they were going for the 3rd on the trot. So a wonderful win to Newtown here at Blacktown International Sports Park. Many thanks to Jeff Smith joining me up here in the commentary box. We'll give you all the presentations very, very shortly, and the presentation of the Premiership Cup to the Newtown Breakaways. A fantastic effort by all the girls involved, but it's the Breakaways that come away with a 14-point win. 6-4-40, Sydney University 3-8-26. Presentations to come.
if I can please ask both sides to come over to the stage and we'll get the presentations underway. We'll get the presentations underway for the Women's Division 1 Grand Final. Before we do, I'd just like to thank the umpires who officiated in today's match. Field umpires Jordan Lee and Bradley Stewart. Boundary umpires Jerome Murillo and Matthew Madnevsky. Goal umpires Taylor Cook and Catherine Garraway. And our emergency umpire Thomas Smith. Thank you for your assistance. Congratulations to both sides on a wonderful grand final. Commiserations to Sydney University, 3 years in a row in the grand final, going for 3 premierships in a row. It's been a great couple of years. Congratulations to USL and the guys on a great season. To Newtown Breakaways, congratulations on winning the premiership. It's been a tough year off the field for the club, and they've battled along really well, and it's a great effort from you. So congratulations, Newtown Breakaways. Not yet. We'll now award the best on ground, who receives the Deborah Rogers Memorial Trophy. And this goes to Newtown, number 27, Cody Briggs. A popular winner. Congratulations, Cody, on a great game. I'll now ask Sydney University captain Libby Sadler to come forward to say a few words on behalf of the team.
Firstly, to Newtown, congratulations, well done. You've had a stellar season and you've really shifted across the season, so congratulations, Darren and all the girls, well done. Supporters and everybody, thank you very much. AFL Sydney, thank you for the season that we've had. Most importantly, to the Bombers, to my girls. What a year! What a 3 years really. For those, apologies to the small children in the grandstand. Ash and B, who leave us to move to Perth on Tuesday. I'm absolutely gutted we couldn't get that done for you today. You are pillars of the club and of the footy community, and to not be able to send you out the way we wanted to, I'm really sorry. Huge, Alex, thank you very much for the year. Girls, onwards and upwards, and here we come in 2016.
If the Newtown captain Alex Schroeder can come forward to say a few words.
First up, congratulations to the Bombers, back to back. That's a really good achievement. You guys did great all season, so well done making another grand final. To everyone that came and watched us today, I hope you all enjoyed the great football game that these two teams just put on for you. Thank you to AFL Sydney, thank you to our sponsors, thank you to Darren, Tash, Critty, Max, everyone that keeps this team together and allowed us to field 2 teams this year. Most importantly, I'd like to thank everyone that pulled on a red and white jersey this year. You are all part of this win today, and to put out the effort that you did today, can't ask for anything more, so well done, girls, you deserve it.
Thanks, Alex. If I can now call Christy Fox to come forward to present the Premiership medallions. Number 1, Cassandra Lees. Number 6, Georgia Vaculin. Number 8, Rosemary Morrison. Number 9, Yushan Lim. Number 10, Tracy Ferrugia. Number 13, Rosalie Graham. Number 16, Laura Holdsworth. Number 19, Hayley Warren. Number 21, Rachel Cooper. Number 24, Melissa Daly. Number 27, our best on ground, Cody Briggs. Number 28, Alison Parkin. Number 32, Terry Ann Martin. Number 34, Verna Isles. Number 38, Claire Groom. Number 41, Hayley Legg. Number 49, Grace Fowler. Number 56, Belinda Small. Number 62, Lauren Foy. Number 63, Francesca Hocking. Number 64, Tram Newen. Number 77, Steph Foster. Number 84, Christine Collinson. The captain, number 25, Alex Schroeder. And the coach, Darren Lutis. We'll now get Chrissy to present the Premiership Cup to the winning coach and captain. Newtown Breakaways, Division 1 Premiers for 2015. That concludes the presentations. Up next we have the Division 2 Grand Final featuring Blacktown Magic and Camden Cats.